The employer and employee relation is a discussion that we can't finish in a minute. Today, the discussion continues with somebody who has managed institutions, somebody who has employed thousands and thousands of Ugandans. We'll be delving into details of how these two can harmoniously work together. Dr. Maggie Kigozi joins us for this discussion. Doctor, thank you very much for joining us on Beyond the Surface. And for somebody viewing us for the very first time, would want to know who you are as we continue the discussion.
Yes, my name is Dr. Professor Maggie Kigozi. I am right now an entrepreneur. I produce your favorite drinks, Pepsi, Mirinda, 7-Up, Mountain Dew, and even the water, Nirvana and Aquafina. I also am a farmer. I grow coffee, I have food, I have trees, and my latest project is in palm oil. I grow palm. Yeah, so that's who I am. I have been a feminist, and I have done a lot of work in the business area, especially when I was executive director of the Uganda Investment Authority for about 12 years.
Interesting, let's begin our conversation. If you are employing people, what are some of the major key issues you look up to?
My first requirement is with my own team. What do we need? Do we need more people, or have we got enough people? Is there something that's not being done, or a skill that we need but is not available among the team that we have? Are we expanding? We, for example, moved from just one factory in Nakao to now 2 factories in Uganda and a 3rd one in Kenya. So obviously, we needed to hire more people. We needed to look at where the needs are and look for the right people. So that is the first thing, is what is the need. Then the need in what? Specifically, workers are not the same. The one you need for accounts is not the one you need to carry the sand to the building site, or the engineer. So I need this skill, that skill, that skill. So if you are in a big company, you have an HR person who would look at all this and identify where there are openings, where we need more people. Of course, as much as possible, you keep your team small. You keep it lean because they are expensive. Workers are expensive, so you don't want to be paying unnecessary people who are not going to add value. So that's why you look at the job that requires them, the skills that they must have, the ones that you bring in, and then you go out and you hire more people.
So, Doctor, many times you have people physically reporting, but when in actual sense, in terms of productivity and other aspects of life, they've actually left the institution. Help us understand how you are able to detect such stuff in an institution.
Yes, you have to have structures. So you have departments, for example. So you have the finance, the top man in the finance department, the finance manager, managing his team. So he oversees them. He gives them tasks. He makes sure everybody is working. And he or she, of course, some are ladies. And so we have various departments. Then on top of that, what work is there? It has been also identified. So what is this particular team going to be doing? And who is supervising it? So that is what keeps us overseeing our people all the time and able to deliver on what we need. People who are uninterested, as you say, would not be able to function in that way, because somebody is supervising them. Somebody has given them a task. So if you have a task for today, I will check on it in the evening when the day is over. And if it's not done, you will be the first one to be fired. This is not joking business. No, not in business. You have a task, you have to do it. And in that particular time that was allocated for that task. Because any task that's not done can stop the whole factory. You know, each one feeds into the other. Now, if you have this person who is useless, he can actually affect the whole company. So we make sure, does he know what he or she should be doing? Training is very important. Yes, you've hired somebody. Yes, he was trained maybe at the university or in a college, but you add on because your specific needs may be slightly different. So training all the time, make them really, really good at their job. Make it challenging. Are they interested? There's no way you come and sleep on the job when it is exciting. You wake up in the morning and say, I am going to make soda, for example. Ugandans, I'm going to be so happy when all the children in this area are drinking my soda. So they have that dream. You come up with a theme for that time. What are we? Who are we? We as a company. And therefore you who is working with us, you want to be with us because what we are doing is important. We employ 500 people. Wow. So you are part of this 500, this company that employs, gives jobs to 500 people. And therefore their wives are happy. Therefore all their children are happy. So we need to be able to build up that job. It's not just come in the morning, do this, do that. Why are you doing it? People need to drink water, for example. For us, we produce 2 brands of water. We produce Nirvana, which is a cheaper brand, and we produce Aquafina for those people who are looking for Aquafina type of water. And as the workers in the factory, they are happy to find somebody in Serena drinking our water. You know, you go away saying, okay, I did a good job. These people here are drinking my product. All the weddings are serving my product. So in that way, you are part of a company that's making a difference, and you want to be a part of it. You are smart, maybe we've given you your smart uniform. You're looking good. And feeling that, yes, I'm making a difference. But if they're just coming to carry things, even those who carry, you are building. I'm taking this sand, but in 6 months' time, this will be the office of the CEO. So there is a purpose. They must know the purpose, the workers, in order to be interested in coming to work. For us as doctors, you come to work and the patient says thank you. The mother of the patient says thank you. The whole family is happy. You've made the patient better. Tomorrow I come to work knowing what? I'm going to make a difference. So that is very important for any worker. Don't just tell him the bit about him carrying a tray of sand from point A to point B. What is it going to do there in point B? How important is it? What difference will it make? And then you carry it with a lot of zeal because it has a purpose. It's here for a purpose. I think it is absolutely necessary that you always have something at whatever level. Something why somebody comes to work. He or she must feel that we are doing this together. This is our thing. And you can create that as an employer. Be it your house girl. She looks after your house. She cooks your food. She's a very, very important person. Have you told her that? Does she know that? How are you treating her? This very important person who feeds, let's say, the most important people in your life, your children. How are you feeding her? Is she having to eat something different? Why don't we all eat the same food with her? So she feel I'm a part of the family. These are my children. The way my children were loved by their nannies, you cannot imagine. And they stayed for years in my house. Why? The respect. They even call her auntie. Yeah? So, once you give that to somebody, the feeling that our children, and really our children did well in class, she feels she has contributed. Our children did well. You know? So it's not about being in a corporate. The corporate, of course, has structures, and it has very, capable managers, whereas here it is you, maybe managing your whatever, market stall or something small. But you can treat anybody who works with you with respect, train them if you have some knowledge. I know you're going to say even maybe the boss doesn't know, but I hope they know, they certainly know their business. If you're in fish, tell your worker, this fish which is like, this is good, that one is bad, that one is, so that he or she is also an expert in your area. And it helps you. When you go away for a week, you'll find the thing still running. But if it is you, the boss, alone, mistreating all the anybody else who works with you, you will not succeed. You need people, and you need good people, and you can make them good people.
The people that keep quitting places of work, in January they're in a different company, come February they're in a different company. I'd like to find out from you what could be the causes of such people shifting employment places from one time to another time.
Those are very lucky. There are no jobs in Uganda, not enough. So if he can get 4 jobs in 1 year, the rest of you must be sleeping. But these people like that are easily bored. How interesting is the job you have given him or her? How interesting have you made that job? How exciting. A reason for that job. Why do I wake up in the morning and go to work? I like people. I want to help people. I want to help. I'm a teacher. I want to teach children. And I'm happy when children learn. So find what it is that makes this person tick. Of course, there's the one who just wants excitement and moves from place to place because they are bored. But why are they bored? You haven't given them a challenge. Where is the difficulty in this job? Where is the difficulty which requires my head to work? So if you got a person who is intelligent, they will require to be challenged. That's why for some positions, you need those not so intelligent ones. They will stay. They will stay, they are happy, they've done so much. They go home with their paycheck. That's all their ambition. But this one wants to learn, wants to see something he has done, how he has contributed. How can you show that? So in some areas we are able to do that. For the nanny, obviously my child is growing well, has grown from age, I think mine I kept for 30 years, has gone from 3 years old to Navio making music, and she's watching. She's still with me. Do you know what it does, how she feels? She's the one who kept him when I'm on night duty. She's the one who fed him. So that is results. We want results, all of us. I want to see you've made a difference. We've grown the coffee, yes. We've sold a ton of coffee. How exciting for all my workers who are in the coffee farm. And because of that, 30 years, your salary is where? With you. Nowadays, it's mobile money. Your salary, you see it clicking onto your phone. How nice is that? But 3 months later, I'm now paying you, and even then paying you as more for 1 month when you've worked for 3 months. That's why I leave you. I go somewhere else if I can find another job.
Could it be a character issue, doctor, that you will find somebody quitting or leaving an institution in the shortest period of time?
Yeah, it is a character issue, and we are different people. So there are people who need to be excited, who need to know they are making a difference, who need to do something important. And here you are boring them to death, writing little things, or just how much money they've paid for something. He's bored. So find the person. Not everybody is like that. The bored one, give him this other job, maybe communication. He's out there, he's talking about this, talking about that, meeting big people. That type of person is also there. Now, if you bring that one and sit him down at the desk, no, it will not work.
If I have worked with many companies in a very short period of time, what sort of impression would I put before you, doctor?
Yes, it is. It just shows me you are unreliable, and I would definitely not employ you. I want to employ somebody who will be steady, who will stay here and work with me for a period of time. Yes, so we would not employ somebody who is jumping. But I would not rule out that that person, if he found his proper niche where he likes that job, he could be a very good worker in some positions. Yeah.
I'd like to find out what effect does this have both on the employer and the employee?
For the employer, we don't want to lose our workers that we have invested in. We have trained them, we have given them a salary, we have given them even loans. We really don't want to lose our people. Therefore, we try to retain them by, encouraging them, paying them. Go and increase the salary if you think that is the problem. You try to do that from the employer's point of view. Now, from the employee's point of view, the employee is unreliable. The employee wants something else from what it is that you offer. It's time for you to let him go, and you look for somebody else who is more stable.
So what could be the right procedure that somebody would follow in case they would want to leave this institution and probably join another institution?
Inform us that you're about to leave. You will leave. Actually, you'll find it in our constitution. For us who have our corporates, they expect you to give the fact that you are leaving at the end of the month. And you cannot leave, say, I'm leaving today. No. Who will be handling that position? That will really be responsible. But of course, you are also expecting your salary. So if you just leave, you may not get it. And if there are any other allowances that you should have had, your pension, your contribution to, some people have their own company association of some kind where they contribute, you may lose those if you are just jumping up and down.
Maybe could it be that the boss is the problem as to why people could be leaving your institution and joining other places of work?
Relationships between managers, actually, first of all, business owners, managers, and workers are very, very important. And our company depends on that structure working. Otherwise, there will be no company. The workers are on strike, you know what happens. They can even burn the whole factory down. If management is not happy either, they can also cause damage. They can, not manage very well, and you would have a problem. You, the owner now, have to manage that scenario. You have to manage that scenario such that you have the best managers, people who have the title manager, Do you know what that means? You are a manager. You're a manager of people. And how are you managing? So there are some managers who could be bad, but if they're there, you don't need them. Don't keep them. So good managers who look after their team, each one has a team. For us who are big, but you may be in a small company, then you are just, you, the owner, are actually managing the people. So bring them on board, explain what it is you need to be done, what their role is, show how important it is so that they know they are useful. They are there to make the company succeed. And when it succeeds, they will be paid. They may have some bonus. If we've reached a target of 60 million crates, you may get a bonus. Then that's, yeah, everybody is working towards getting a bonus. And we are all knowing we have some part of that bonus. The money will come to us, but it will not succeed if me, the quality control person, has not done my work and the soda that's on the market is bad. Each one of us is important, equally important actually. If the finance person has allowed money to run and be stolen, problem. Him and his team, if they've done that, you have a problem. So we as a company have to work as a team. We have to know it. We have to be appreciated for it, and we have to be paid for it. So a bonus where it is deserved, makes a difference to them. They are happy to get an extra salary or something, to take home with them. Workers' Day celebration, is that there? Is there a day when you celebrate together? You have seen the companies do all kinds of things, but even small companies, you go for lunch and you are together, sit together. So that is a company that runs well. The ones who are coming in and out will be there. As I said from the beginning, we have different personalities. And what is interesting for me is not interesting for you. So if somebody comes in and they are really not fitting in, it's better that you let them go, especially since they have even chosen, me, I'm leaving. Just say bye and don't beg, and you get a replacement who is better. So from the manager's point of view, from the owner's point of view, that's the way I would look at it. From the workers, can you be the best at your job? What were you hired for? Are you the finance person? How good are you? Do you know everything about finance? Can you find out? If you feel you are deficient, can you tell your manager that I really need your help here? Can I go and do a short course? Short courses are available everywhere. So any job that you have been given, which is yours, can you be the best at it? You can. You as an individual, can you be the best at it? And nobody will ever fire somebody who is very, very good at his job. Among the people they will look at, we have to downsize for whatever reason. But this person here is not going anywhere. We will keep that one. Why? Because he's very, very good. Then if that one is the one that's leaving, there'll be a bit of commotion. Can we meet? Come, let's have lunch. That is me, the manager, now inviting you for lunch. Why? Because you are the best. You are very good at your job. Can we negotiate? You are going. You've told me you're going. But can we negotiate? Is it salary? Can we increase that? Yeah? So that is because that particular employee, and it doesn't have to be in a very, security. This very good security man has been working for you. We've never been robbed for the last 10 years. He's now saying he's going. That is time when HR or even the CEO to have a chat with him. Why are you going? Really, why are you going? Why? because he's been very good. But the one who came, messed around, wasn't doing his work, he's now saying he's going.
And finally, your parting shot, Doctor, as we close this conversation.
Yes, so to our viewers, I have just been sharing something about the human resource and how we work together, and what we as managers and owners of business need, but also what does the worker need, and how do the two come together to form the purpose of this is our company. We own it. I get my salary from there. I educate my kids from this company. I want it to do well so that I will also grow with the company. So that is the kind of relationship that we would all like to see in our companies. So when you're doing your work, be very, very good at it. And you will be recognized, and you will be even paid more because you're doing a good job. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Maggie Kigozi, for finding time to speak to us on matters regarding life. And dear viewer, thank you very much for once again being part and parcel of Beyond the Surface. My name is Fred Makubia.